Hello and welcome to a discussion in the aftermath of Julian Barber / quantum mechanics. With me today I have Axel. You can present yourself.
Yeah, Axel Järvengren. I was listening to this topic, and me and Hans, we are student friends from a course in rhetorics, where we much discussed the ethos, logos, pathos, and the Trinity in rhetorics.
Indeed, and that was interesting. I remember that course.
Yes. And thank you so kindly for the talk.
Well, thanks for listening and putting up with my voice.
That was a pleasure. I had a few questions. One was regarding this, that triangulation in the universe is a given, and that there are extra models of triangularity that have been put on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we often led into the belief that it's not fundamental. So you learn Trinity, you learn, for example, using the sextant, if that's the correct expression in English, for triangulation at sea. You think that's something extra. What Julian Barber is showing, it's actually fundamental. It is not a superficial layer or something of that sort.
Uh-huh.
It's more deep down. It's actually experienceable rather than explicit. You experience it.
I'm of the view that the soul has the Trinity within it.
Aha.
But in this talk, it was more of the physical reality, the material.
That's a good point there.
That even that has the Trinity within it.
Exactly, and beware, we don't use the expression physical material.
No?
Because physical in quantum mechanics means something completely different. It means something you've thought out, or knowledgeable you can use instead. Knowing about. So material world comes from the idea of Homer Simpson, looking at the world, and that is hard, it is absolute, and material gives me the association of something that constantly exists somehow, by itself, in itself.
Okay. Like in Sanskrit, they call it it's called pudgal.
Aha.
Materia.
Yeah.
Is one of the main substances. But coming on there to the Homer Simpson.
Oh yeah, the fella.
Example, and that his brain sees through his eyes. Which has a dualism. There are two eyes, and it has this. It's a two-dimensional plane. That he's looking through. But that is taking away his pineal gland.
His brain, his peanut brain.
And the peanut brain can also be seen as the viewer. Who looks at a two-dimensional flat screen, a TV, a TV color set, with the use of the perception which is located in the pineal gland, as Descartes was on to the seat of the soul.
Yeah.
So the seat of the soul of the viewer is looking at the two-dimensional peanut-brained Homer Simpson in his daily life.
Poor old Homer Simpson. This can also be depicted as following. Very good point there, Axel. Thank you for that one.
Thank you.
The idea that there is an absolute center here, the observer, and the outside world here. And something is coming into the eye of Homer Simpson, and he perceives the outer reality by light rays traveling. Could that be correct for the association? Traveling to the eye and ending up at the back of the eye, making a picture of the reality, almost like this video camera. So this is the Newtonian view of the world. Triangulation is not situated in this part, neither in this part. So where does it exist? We can't answer that question. It is not a proper question. It is triangulation in the foundation, and then after that you have space and time. So it is a matter of hierarchy. In the Newtonian idea, Homer is already in space, the apple is already in space, and Homer is seeing the apple. No, in quantum mechanics, triangulation is fundamental. Then comes maybe space or time. It's a difficult difference there, but it's one about degree.
I see. This with the Homer Simpson example and going into his perception and the seat of the soul of Homer Simpson.
Exactly.
If we will be able to thread in this area.
In this small pea-sized brain. Linda Bart, what's the name of the wife? Is it Wilma? No, that's the Flintstones.
But Homer Simpson, he doesn't have a soul.
No, there's no need for a soul here in the Newtonian take on the world, no.
He is a record.
He's a record, exactly.
Played.
Very good. I agree, yeah.
Thank you.
That is perfect. He's a record, he's a video recorder. And when you talk to the video guy here later, he will sort of play out what he has said or perceived. He can go back to his recordings stored in the CPU here, and it's situated here. I'm making this box. And this is actually close to one of analytical philosophers' favorite example of brain in the vat. Brain in the vat starts with Homer Simpson, so to speak.
Brain in the vat as the electric...
no, a vat vessel, like this, that vat.
Okay.
So vessel, kärl in Swedish. So it's a complete separation. It's not a philosophical problem. If you ask me, it is no longer a philosophical problem. It has ceased to exist. Although what Hilary Putnam and I think John Searle is also a proponent of brain in the vat example. It's not a philosophical problem.
Touching on electricity, going into the record and projecting it on a screen. Does electricity have consciousness, would you say?
I don't know, but good question still. I really like it because if you use another wave or another ray, light, we know that light does not start in the apple point. It does not travel to Homer Simpson's eye. Isn't that amazing?
I don't understand.
Well, it's that I don't either, but that's how light works. It doesn't have a speed, it doesn't have a direction. That is from the viewpoint of classical physics. So that, if you have this in mind, it will be easier to understand that triangulation doesn't take part on the side of Homer Simpson, nor on the side of the apple. So triangulation is understanding. Is it an understanding from the point of view of the apple, or an understanding from the point of view of Homer Simpson? That is not a question either.
But would you say that electricity has consciousness?
It's a very hard question to answer.
Yeah, does it have a soul?
Yeah.
That is.
Something to ponder. I don't know, actually, my friend. It's hard to answer.
It's at the intersection between the material and the perception example.
Exactly, yeah.
In this case. Another question. Was this with Origo? You said during the lecture that it's, in this case, everywhere and nowhere.
Yeah, everywhere and nowhere.
But still, when I look at this, let's say that it's my pineal gland. Descartes might say that the soul is the seat of the soul is looking at it. So it becomes extremely useful still. But
it's very useful.
But it's because I lend perception.
Indeed.
To this Origo.
I think one interesting thing that I always did the first couple of 10 years when I tried to understand this is when I look at the Origo, I see it situated. But what I forgot is me. I'm seeing this. So the triangulation is not happening really. It is, well, it's actually still there. So you forget about yourself and you just say, this is the important, here we have Origo, it's situated. No, it's not. You need to be in the whole thing. You need to be in the triangulation. And Homer Simpson cannot sit there. It's a bit like him looking at the telly. Passive. Seeing the Daily Show or something like that. So one key to understanding is the passivity of modern day. We like to play with our mobiles, go into the computer, look at some movie at home, look at the world as we were not part of it. That is part and parcel of the classical model of the world. We have changed. We have become knowledgeably, I don't know if that's the word, knowledge-wise we have become passive. The idea that light only comes into I can sit here and observe, and I can see you, Axel, objectively, if I don't interfere. That model has to be loosened up a bit, opened up, and see that there is no absolute start, there is no absolute destination. It happens simultaneously.
Bravo. Bravo, Hans.
Did I manage to make some sense?
Yes, a very in my opinion, valid and useful point.
Oh, why, thank you. It is a difficult subject. You who are watching this is very difficult. It's way up. It took me many years to understand this Julian Barber point, which is, I think most physicists do understand it because they calculate with it. This is how you do arithmetic these days in physics, not this way anymore. So it's a segue to quantum mechanics.
Well,
should we end there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And we hope to see you again.
Yeah. It was fun. Thank you, Axel, for joining.
Thank you.
I turned the thingy off.